Hello, everybody. This is Shelley Hagen, and welcome back to the tip of the week. Today, I'm going to talk to you very briefly on a wholesale tip. So, for those of you who know me, you know that wholesale is one of my favorite things, and I do wholesale all the time. And I don't necessarily just do wholesale with real estate, I do with a whole bunch of different things. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about wholesaling for real estate. So when you first get a deal under contract, it's like, yahoo, here I go. I got something going. Now, some of you have already been doing wholesale for a while. Some of you just getting started. Anyway, the tip that I have is to protect yourself. Everything that you can to protect yourself in the deal that you have. So first and foremost, when I start working with a client and I negotiate with them and I get the property under contract, then I start marketing the property as soon as possible. And I develop a one-page or two-page summary of the deal that I hand out to prospective interested investors. 99% of my deals I'm going to flip to other investors like myself and yourself who are people that are probably going to do fix and flip, possibly hold them as rental or rent to own, something to that effect. But when I first get started, if I don't know the investors that I'm marketing to very well, there's always the risk that they're going to try to go around me and get to the seller themselves and try to cut me out of the deal. Now, I work with a lot of people that I've worked with for a long time. They're not those kind of investors. But we know when you first get started, you're not quite sure about possibly, what's going to happen with the deal. So when I send out my flyer or information in an email, text, whatever you're going to do, I don't necessarily always send out the information right away on the address. I'll give a general description, say, hey, I have a property in Ranchlands that I have for wholesale, and here's the details on the property. And I'll give them enough details to spark their interest. And once I get somebody that's interested that I think is serious, after I've talked to them, then I will send them more information. So right up front, I will, make sure that I'm not disclosing the address so they can't necessarily drive by right away. If they've come back and they have the ability to buy the deal, are seriously interested based on my discussions with them and conversation, then I will disclose the address. And I do have the property locked down under contract. Now, sometimes you can advertise the property before you have it locked down under contract. If you're not sure of the interest in that neighborhood, because it might be a new area that you're not used to, then you can always advertise it before you have it under contract. That'll give you a bit of an idea of what the market will pay you for that type of deal. Then I go in and negotiate my price to make sure I can get a price that fits within the criteria of my prospective buyers. So there's, many different ways to do wholesale deals. In that particular case, because I don't have it under contract, it's really imperative that you don't give them the address because you don't want them going to the homeowner, knocking on the door and getting it under contract out from underneath you. If I do have it under contract, I've got somebody that I think that is a legitimate buyer, then I will share the information and I'll make arrangements between them and the homeowner to go in and see the property. And I like to, whenever possible, get access to keys to the property. It depends if the property is vacant or not. If the homeowner's still living there or there's tenants, then it's maybe a little more difficult to get access to the keys. But whenever possible, I'll try to do that. Then I will go, meet them there, review the situation with them, or have somebody in my team meet them because I also wholesale outside of my city. So I might have to have, someone, my property manager, whatever, in Winnipeg or wherever, show them the property. If they're interested, then hopefully we'll get them to sign a contract and we can move forward. As you're getting into this business, I do a lot of business now with larger deals, different kinds of deals, and I use non-compete, non-disclosure agreements on a regular basis. I have gotten a standard document with my lawyer, and I have that available electronically, and I can send it out. And I was just doing that today, and I thought, oh, this is a great tip of the day to talk to, my people that are viewing our blog. So I thought I would share that with you. So I use that when I'm uncertain about the person. Maybe there's somebody that's from outside my, city that I'm doing with. It's a larger deal. I'll use the NCNDA and get that under contract. I can also establish an NCNDA with someone if I'm going to do business with them for, an extended period of time. So quite often I'll get a 2 or 3 year non-disclosure with somebody because I think we're going to do a lot of business together. So there's different ways to protect yourself, and that's really what it's all about: is asset management and asset protection, and making sure that you're covering yourself wherever you possibly can. So that's a very quick tip of the day. If anyone has any questions, just reach out to me through email or text 403-540-2668. You can always get a hold of me, or certainly through Nina as well. She's always available to take questions. We love to hear from you. And if you have ideas of things that you would like to hear about that we can include in our tip of the week, by all means, please let us know. We'll be willing to talk about them for sure. With that, I'll leave you for the rest of your week. Hope everything is good. I'd like to wish you an abundant week and happy investing. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.